Yep. What's up, guys? You're welcome to another episode of our live trading session. I'm trying to check if the setup is currently live on Facebook and YouTube. I'm trying to check if we are not lagging anywhere. Fantastic. Yeah, perfectly fine. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Everything is going on well. I think the voice too is clear enough. So guys, you're welcome. If you're new to this channel, I am Abdullah Dewi. I have been a forex trader for the past 6 years, and to God be the glory. I have been developing myself day in, day out based on my technical trading analysis. So I started this live session somewhere around last month so that I can share part of what I know in the market, and it's going to be helping me to discipline myself and even focus better by coming out here, sharing my idea, my analysis with you guys, and we exchange knowledge. So that is the basic aim of this live session. This live session comes up on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's 3 times in a week, 11 o'clock UK time. Those are the hours, those are the days I'll be available for now. So as you all know, what we do on this live session is we try to look at different currency pairs, look at the possible scenario that can happen on it during the week and maybe during the day, and we see which one is the best for us to trade in order to take advantage of the market and make some nice profit. So that is the essence of this live session. So in the next 1 hour to 2, that is what I'm going to be doing. That's what I'm going to be going on with you guys. So another thing I would like you guys to know is that my own strategy, the way I trade, I implement the Elliot trading strategy in my trading. So what I do is I try to look inward, lower time frame, starting from the higher time frame, to see what the market is doing based on Elliot trade strategy, and at the same time, if I'm able to find any harmonic pattern, I combine harmonic pattern also in my trading analysis. And lastly, I use the basic price action patterns, the candlestick patterns, and you know, a little bit of RSI indicator, that's the relative strength index indicator, just to spot for my overbought, oversold region and to check if there are divergence. So those are just mere confirmation, and they are not the major trigger for my trades. So now let's see what we've got in the market for this week. You see on my watch list I have some pairs that I already put on red that I'm willing to trade them. So So let's see what I have seen in the market. Let's see if there are any opportunities right there. Guys, if you have any questions, please kindly let us know in the chat box. And as you're coming in, try and let us know where you are coming in from, where you're joining us from, and what question do you have. All right guys, let's start the analysis. Let's start the analysis right from the crypto session there, and I find my way to the USD pairs. From USD pairs, I'm going to analyze GBP pairs, then a little bit of the indices, either US or US 500 NASDAQ. We quickly check out on these pairs and see what they are doing and what we expect them, the way we expect them to react this week. I would like to quickly check the calendar to see what we have, but don't let that take our time. Let's quickly go into the technicals. Everyone can do that. You can go on your Google Chrome or Firefox, check out Forex Factory economic calendar or FX Strip economic calendar to check those times that very volatile news might be released during the week. So that's all about that. I won't want to disturb myself with that. So let's go to the starting from the crypto space here. We want to start from Bitcoin and see what's happening there, the 4-hour and the daily time frame. Yeah, this is the daily time frame for Bitcoin. This is a chart I already drew something on. Let me try and bring up a clear chart for Bitcoin USD and see. Okay, Bitcoin USD on the Coinbase. Yep, this is a clean chart for Bitcoin USD starting from the daily time frame. Let me see what's happening there. Perfect. So on the daily time frame, this is what we are seeing on Bitcoin. So for us to get out a price action pattern from here, what we do is just join these lower lows together, and then we join these high highs together, and see, I think it's forming something like a flag pattern to the upside. That is the first thing we can guess of from the daily time frame, and we're expecting that markets might decide to obey this trend, this parallel channel, and it might start falling from here. That is based on the daily outlook, guys. So now let me go into the 4-hour time frame and see it better. So on the 4-hour time frame, I will try to zoom out and trying to zoom out to see. So we have right here, let me go back to the chart I already analyzed. Let me bring 4-hour time frame there. So on the 4-hour time frame, I already analyzed is that the whole of this move here is a correction starting from this low of 20,005, 26,000 I mean, up to the high of 32,000 here was a correction that was followed by a breakdown to the opposite direction, starting from this high to this low. We had an impulse right there. The first move down here, we saw that wave 1, this one is wave 2, and the whole of this is wave 3. This correction is wave 4. Then we have the push to the downside, which is wave 5. and that was ideally followed by a correction to the opposite side. So it's obvious that from here down, here down, here down, the whole of these are corrective move because it's not in form of an impulse here. To confirm that, we need to go lower into the 3-hour time frame. Yep, going lower into the 3-hour time frame. What I could see there is that we have the whole of this as A, B, C. That's a zigzag. Then we had a correction downward. We have another zigzag to the upside here, followed by this. It failed to break below this this former low. See, so in that instance, then instead of assuming this is an impulse, what we are going to think is that we have another zigzag forming currently, and that is something like this. Let me show you guys. Like this, like this, like this. From this low up to this high, back down, then up here. So what we're going to be having is a huge possibility of markets obeying this trend, this parallel channel here. So that is the possibility here. This is the first point of rejection here, another point of rejection here, another point of rejection here, and that suggests that there's going to be a possible rejection around this zone also. Okay, then we can now say WXYZ has completed. The whole of this zigzag will be taken as W, and this is X as labeled. This ABC will be the first leg of Y, this will be the second leg of Y, and this ABC will now be the third leg of Y. Then I will bring my Y labeling and put it somewhere around here. So what I'm going to be doing for Bitcoin is I'm going to take my time and be watching Bitcoin USD to see if there's going to be any opportunity to sell, to short Bitcoin USD, because definitely, as we can see, we are definitely in a corrective phase. Market is going to come down and it's going to return to the impulse. There's going to be an impulse, but for now we are still in the corrective phase as I showed you guys. So let me remove all these zigzags so that we are going to be left with the charts. We can see the candlestick perfectly. So guys, that's that about Bitcoin. If you have any alternative scenario or any question about Bitcoin, you can drop it in the chat box for me. I'm going to definitely attend to them, to those questions. That's what I'm looking currently at on Bitcoin USD. So let's see how it goes. Let me check if you've got any question on YouTube or on Facebook about the Bitcoin chart. Let's see. No question on Facebook. What about YouTube? Okay, no questions yet. So let's move on to the next pair then. Let's examine Ethereum. Let's quickly look at Ethereum, then we go to the USD pairs straight up. So for Ethereum, this is on the 4-hour time frame. Actually, as of last week, we were expecting that wave C should end anywhere here, so that we know that our wave 4 has completed here. But no, market went above that, and we are still anticipating. So that will make us to quickly review our charts and see what is happening there. We are on the 4-hour time frame here, guys. This 4-hour time frame, let's see. Starting from here, this is a correction here that was followed by an impulse. Then there was a correction to the upside. I then counted these as wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, followed by wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and all of these are zigzag in this channel should ideally be in form of a correction. I mean, all of these flag price action pattern should be a correction. So the invalidation level for that is somewhere around here. So far wave 1 has not the low of this wave 1 market has not gotten there. So but if market try to break above it, then you know this is an impulse, it's no more a correction, and we can now start examining it from the angle of an impulse. So but for now we still maintain that analysis that there is a possibility of ABC as spelled out here, another ABC that's going to end anywhere here. So as you can see on the RSI itself, it's showing oversold, and when the market is in oversold region around 80% of RSI here, you have to be careful of buying it yet. So I won't advise any buy position in Ethereum yet. Let's just wait and see. And even if you are going to be buying, there should be at least some bit of retracement to some key levels. One of those key levels is somewhere here. Can you see? This is a very strong support and resistance zone. There's been a resistance zone in 3 occasions on the 4-hour time frame. Firstly, somewhere around here, then here, and here, until it was finally broken right here. So even if you want to buy Ethereum, I would advise you wait for a retracement so that you can find a support around here. Then you can pick your buy position if you can see any candlestick confirmation, any bullish candlestick confirmation. So that is my advice for those willing to trade Ethereum. If you have any questions regarding that, or you don't really confirm with my analysis, you can let us know. So guys, that's that for Ethereum. I've analyzed Bitcoin, I've analyzed Ethereum. Now let's go to DXY, USD PSD XY. My goodness, I missed this trade last week, and I'm not happy with myself for it, because I've been anticipating the fall ever since 2 weeks ago. For those that have been following me for quite some time now, you know I did analysis on USD index, and it's sold. That's what I analyzed. Starting from this very low, this is wave 1, this is wave 2. The whole of this is another wave 1. From this low to this high is another wave 1. Then the correction from here down here is wave 2. Then this gives us wave 3. Wave 3 here. Then there was a correction of wave 4. And we have this wave 5 as completed. So the whole of that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now are the sub waves of wave 3. Then we now have the major wave 4 happening, and then wave 5 to the upside completed there. So that was the opportunity we had for this sell position. So market has been selling ever since last week, like 4 to 5 days ago. I think it was on Thursday. So now let's look inner and see what's happening. Will market continue to fall, or is there going to be an opportunity for us to join the sell position with maybe a retracement to the upside? That would have been the best. That would have been the best scenario. But let's count this wave together and see what's happening. This is the 15-minute time frame. Let's see what's happening right there. From this high to this low, from this high to this low, I counted as my wave 1, then back up here is my wave 2. Then the whole of these is another wave 1 calculated here. Then we have a wave 2 to this upside. The whole of this is our wave 3. This is a correction of wave 4. Okay. then this breakout is a wave 5. Now we are in wave 1 of 5, wave 2 of 5. This looks like wave 3 of 5, this is like wave 4 of 5, and this looks like wave 5 of 5. So if I'm to put my label into there, I would say starting from here, we have wave 1, we have wave 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have wave 3, and we are expecting a correction of wave 4 and wave 5 to the downside. So we can further our counting, like, okay, from this low right here is wave 1, and this is wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and this is going to be wave 5. Then that will be a sub-micro. We're going to sub-micro wave count. So that's that about DXY. So it's so clear enough now. We know what is happening, and we can decide how to trade it. So we know what is happening. Now reverse. Yep. And this is that. So that's this wave 1, wave 2. All of this is wave 1 and wave 2. Then I have wave 3 here. I have wave 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5. So for me, I'm anticipating a push up. Sorry, I'm anticipating a correction to the upside. So a bit of correction, then we are going to see market continuing the saw to the downside for wave 5. That is what I am expecting for DXY, guys. That's all my expectation for DXY, and there's going to be a weakness in the meantime before there's going to be a correction. We see a rally up before we now see market continuing to go down as anticipated. So for you that you see DXY that is falling currently, I won't advise you to join that falling line, to put a hand in the falling line. My advice for you is just wait for a correction to the upside, then you can join the sellers, because as we can see from our wave count, there's an opportunity for wave 4. Wave 4 correction to the upside, then market is going to continue downward to give us our wave 5. So that's that about DXY, guys. Now let's move to USD CHF and see what's happening in USD CHF.